Welcome back, fight fans. Today we're diving into some of the wildest moments in MMA history where referees found themselves in the crossfire of a fighter's fury. These refs aren't just there to keep the peace. They often find themselves dodging punches and kicks in the heat of the moment. From accidental strikes to full-on assaults, these moments show just how chaotic the world of MMA can get. Let's jump into the action. Number 1. Herb Dean, Daniel Cormier vs. Jon Jones, UFC 182. We start our countdown with UFC 182, where the bad blood between Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier reached its boiling point. The light heavyweight championship was on the line, and both fighters were determined to leave it all in the octagon. As the final bell rang, the fight seemed over. Cormier disengaged from a takedown attempt, thinking the war had ended. But Jones, ever the opportunist, landed a few sneaky punches. Herb Dean, the veteran referee, rushed in to separate them. But in the chaotic final moments, Cormier threw a punch that wasn't aimed at his opponent. It was Herb who took the hit. Fortunately, it was just a graze, but it was a stark reminder that even the most experienced refs can get caught in the crossfire. Number 2. Mark Goddard, Ahmed Al-Darmaki versus Bogdan Kirilenko, UAE Warriors. Next, we head to UAE Warriors, where Ahmed Al-Darmaki's emotions got the best of him in a way that shocked everyone watching. With Bogdan Kirilenko caught in a choke, the fight should have ended the moment Kirilenko tapped out. But Al-Darmaki wouldn't let go, forcing referee Mark Goddard to step in and physically pry him off. What followed was even more shocking. Al-Darmaki, instead of cooling down, turned his anger on Goddard. He shoved the ref, grabbed his collar, and chaos ensued. Officials quickly intervened, but the damage was done. Al-Darmaki was disqualified, and the fallout was immediate. His contract with the promotion was terminated, a brutal reminder of how quickly things can spiral out of control in the cage. Number 3. Petteri Maunu, Gilbert Yvel vs. Atta Backman, Fight Festival 12. Gilbert Yvel had a reputation, a bad one. Known for his dirty tactics, Yvel had already been disqualified twice in his career, but at Fight Festival 12 in Finland, he added another dark chapter to his legacy. As the fight with Atta Backman dragged on, the referee, Petteri Maunu, stepped in to break up a clinch that was stalling the action. But Yvel wasn't having it. In an explosive outburst, Yvel threw a vicious left hook at the referee. The referee, Petteri Maunu, hit the canvas hard, and as if that wasn't enough, Yvel kicked him while he was down. It was a shocking display of aggression that earned Yvel his third disqualification in just 6 years. The MMA world was left in disbelief. Number 4. John McCarthy, Roy Nelson vs. Bigfoot Silva, UFC Fight Night 95. Veteran referee John McCarthy, known as Big John, is one of the most respected figures in MMA. But even he wasn't immune to the wrath of a frustrated fighter. At UFC Fight Night 95, Roy Nelson squared off against Bigfoot Silva in a heavyweight showdown. Nelson landed a devastating knockout early in the second round, but instead of celebrating, he turned his ire towards McCarthy, who he believed had let the fight go on too long. In an unprecedented move, Nelson walked over and kicked the ref. The MMA community was stunned. The UFC responded swiftly, handing Nelson a 9-month suspension and a $24,000 fine, a costly lesson for the heavyweight and a moment that reminded everyone that emotions can run wild in the octagon. Number 5. Troy Waugh, Kimbo Slice vs. Seth Petruzelli, Elite XC Heat. Elite XC. Heat was supposed to be the event that solidified Kimbo Slice's status as a legitimate MMA star. But when his original opponent, Ken Shamrock, pulled out at the last minute, Seth Petruzelli stepped in as a replacement. No one expected what happened next. Just 14 seconds into the fight, Petruzelli delivered a knockout punch that stunned not just Slice, but the entire MMA world. In the confusion that followed, Kimbo, still dazed, grabbed onto referee Troy Waugh, mistaking him for an opponent. It took several members of his team to pull him off the ref, who, thankfully, wasn't hurt. It was a bizarre end to a night that was already full of surprises. Number 6. Samio Kimura, Takeo Shina vs. Jung-Hyun Lee, Gachan 5. What happened at Gachan 5 in 2010 is one of the most disturbing incidents in MMA history. Takeo Shina was a fighter known for his aggressive style, but no one expected the brutality that unfolded that night. After knocking out Jung-Hyun Lee with a devastating left hook, Shina didn't stop. He continued to rain down punches on his unconscious opponent. Referee Samio Kimura rushed in to stop the onslaught, but Shina, in a shocking display of rage, kneed the ref in the stomach, knocking him back. As Kimura struggled to regain his breath, Shina turned back to his defenseless opponent, resuming his assault. It took multiple officials to drag Shina away, and he was promptly disqualified. This was a dark day for the sport, highlighting the dangers that can arise when a fighter loses control. Number 7. Milan Milosevic, Wilhelm Ott vs. Nihad Nasufovic, Agrelin. At an Agrelin event in 2017, Wilhelm Ott found himself in a situation that would infuriate any fighter. Nihad Nasufovic had him trapped in a choke, and Ott tapped out, signaling his defeat. But referee Milan Milosevic didn't see the tap, leaving Ott trapped longer than he should have been. When the choke was finally released and the fighters stood up, Ott's frustration boiled over. He shoved Milosevic against the cage and even threw a punch in his direction. It was a chaotic scene that highlighted just how quickly things can go wrong when a crucial moment is missed by the referee. This incident left a lasting mark on Ott's reputation in the MMA community. Number 8. Bobby Wambacher, Joseph Name vs. Rise Brink, Knockout Promotions 54. Joseph Name's fight at Knockout Promotions 54 was supposed to be just another bout on the card, but when Rise Brink landed a series of devastating punches, Name was knocked out almost instantly. As he crumpled to the canvas, referee Bobby Wambacher rushed over to check on him. But in a bizarre twist, the dazed Name instinctively latched onto Wambacher, taking him down and transitioning into a mount position as if the fight was still on. His corner quickly intervened, pulling him off the bewildered referee. Nem apologized immediately after realizing what he'd done, but it was a moment of confusion that neither he nor the ref will ever forget. Number 9. Mark Goddard, Conor McGregor at Bellator 187. Conor McGregor is a name synonymous with chaos, and his appearance at Bellator 187 only added to his legend. McGregor was ringside to support his teammate Charlie Ward, and when Ward scored a last-second knockout, the Notorious couldn't contain his excitement. He leapt over the cage, tackling Ward in celebration. But when referee Mark Goddard tried to restore order, McGregor wasn't having it. In a flurry of emotion, McGregor pushed Goddard, who in turn bumped into the defeated and concussed John Redmond. As if that wasn't enough, McGregor then slapped another official who tried to get him off the cage. The incident caused an uproar, but McGregor, ever the showman, later issued an apology. It was a reminder that wherever McGregor goes, chaos follows. Number 10. Joey Lapitan, Razi Jabari vs. Honorio Benario, URCC Baguio 3. Finally, we arrive at one of the most chaotic scenes in MMA history. Razi Jabari, already on a losing streak, was defeated by Honorio Benario at URCC Baguio 3. Frustrated and humiliated, Jabari lashed out at referee Joey Lapitan, shoving him to the ground. But the chaos didn't stop there. Alvin Aguilar, the event's promoter and a seasoned black belt, quickly stepped in. In a move that stunned everyone, Aguilar choked Jabari out cold right there in the cage. The crowd erupted as officials rushed in to break up the melee. Jabari's lesson was clear. Never mess with a promoter who's also a skilled martial artist. And there you have it, fight fans. 10 times referees got caught in the crossfire. These moments remind us just how intense and unpredictable the world of MMA can be. Whether it's an accidental punch or a full-on attack, these refs have seen it all. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Drop a comment below on which moment shocked you the most, and we'll see you in the next one.